A few days ago, I was walking along the edge of a lake, which is about 50 yards away from this pool, and I came upon this shuttered hotel, which has been pretty much closed for a few years now. And when I looked into this pool, I saw the head of a Florida softshell turtle sticking out. It immediately ducked into the deeper water and I wasn't able to see it anymore. But as I walked around the edge of the pool, I also saw a small alligator hiding amongst these broken chairs. And I came back to this place for each of the next 3 days to see if the animals were trapped, because I thought maybe they could possibly get out by means of these stairs in the corner of the pool. But now I'm convinced they're well and truly trapped, and so the only way to get them out will be to capture them. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, as this pool is fairly deep and it contains about 2.5 feet of dark water. So I've decided the best way to go about safely and effectively capturing them is to drain the water at least down to a few inches and then capture them with a large net. Okay, the pump is working. This pump can supposedly last for 1 hour and pump out 1,100 gallons per hour. So we'll see how much progress we make in draining the pool. It's now about 10 minutes or so into draining the pool. I haven't noticed really a difference in terms of the level, but I did notice some bubbles coming up from the center. So I wonder if that's where either that large softshell turtle or the small alligator is hiding, right in the center here. The alligator just made his first appearance right there. The pump is still going as we speak, and the alligator has made another sighting, popped up right in the center of the pool. I have no doubt that if I tried to catch it now, it would be very difficult, as it would just go into this deeper water, which is dark and I can't see it, and so we're going to have to continue draining. Here's a view from inside the pool. You can see just lots of debris, some chairs, a lot of algae. It's clear that there's no fish in this pool, so I don't know what the alligator and turtle are eating. I guess if any other animals fell in, they could eat that, but food has to be pretty scarce. So the large softshell turtle is undoubtedly a female, and in the spring they tend to move around a lot looking for a place to lay eggs. So I assume it just wandered in and then fell in. It's quite a drop, actually. It's an 8-foot pool, so in the far end it's an 8-foot drop. In the shallow end it's probably 3 or 4 feet of a drop. This pool is about 50 yards from a lake, which you can see through the brush right over here. However, between this pool and the lake, there is a chain-linked fence amongst this heavy brush, but in some sections the fence is pressed down, and so I assume the alligator and the turtle came directly from the lake. They got past the chain link fence through one of these sections, which is knocked over, and then just fell in to the pool here. Alligators made another appearance while the pool is still draining in that same spot along the wall there. Just a small alligator, I'd estimate maybe in the 2 to 3 foot range. Right there. You can see there's been a little bit of progress in the draining as judged by the algae level on the side of the pool. It's maybe dropped 2 inches in the past half an hour. Still a long ways to go though. It's interesting to see if there are any other aquatic animals as the water gets lower. All I know of right now is this small alligator and the Florida softshell turtle, which I haven't yet seen today, which I have seen the past 2 days. I thought maybe I could sneak up on that alligator and get a big scoop with this net, but as soon as it sensed I was leaning over near it, it just ducked under into the dark water, so I have to continue draining. The alligator has made another appearance as the pool continues to drain. Right here. I have no doubt if I walked down into the pool with my net and tried to go after it, it would just retreat into the deeper water here. I bought a portable power bank, it's called, in order to try to operate this more heavy-duty pump here, but it doesn't seem to have enough power. So I'm gonna have to continue using this battery-operated pump and just shuttling back and forth between recharging the battery and pumping the pool, recharging the battery, pumping the pool. It's now been 2 days since I began draining the pool. It's probably gone down maybe a foot. You can see that a lot of these lawn chairs, which were about half underwater at the beginning, are now just at the edge of the water. I'm kind of rate limited using this battery powered pump in terms of the length of charge in the battery, so I have to use the pump for 1 hour, then go recharge the battery for about 4 hours, and then use the pump for an hour and then recharge the battery for 4 hours. So it's incremental progress, but we're slowly getting there. I occasionally see the turtle poking its head up, but I haven't seen the alligator for maybe the past few times I've been out. It's now the morning of day 3 of draining the pool. We can see the little alligator right here. I hadn't seen him for a whole afternoon, and I thought maybe he had escaped on his own via the stairs. But that's not the case. He's still here. The water over the past 2.5 days of draining has probably gone down a foot and a half, as you can see, based upon the high water marks here. I bought a second battery for the pump, which is currently operating on the opposite side there. So my plan now is to run the pump for an hour on one battery and then swap out the new battery while I charge the old battery. So in this way it should go a lot faster than having to wait for a single battery to recharge. It's now getting close to sunset, and you can see the alligator is still basking here on the edge of the pool. I think it's gotten a bit more accustomed to my presence because now I'm standing at the edge of the pool and this alligator is no longer fleeing into the water like it was earlier, a few days ago, whenever I would approach. I'm here back at the pool. The water level is drained quite a bit, and I can now see the turtle. It looks like it's swimming around trying to look for an escape. I'm still going to continue draining the pool because the water is so dark that if it does go to like this center part and go under the water, I still won't be able to see it. So I don't think I'd be able to catch it really easily. I think it's day 4 of draining the pool with this battery operated pump. I am making progress. I don't see any sign of the alligator or turtle, so I assume that they're just still in the deep water here. Hello, you can see the pool behind me here is mostly drained, and I now think I'll have a good chance of being able to capture the turtle, although I can't see it because the pool's filled with debris and the water is dark brown. I haven't seen the alligator for the past few days, so what I think happened is as the water level was lowering, this convinced it to seek greener pastures elsewhere, and it actually was able to escape the pool via the stairs. But there's no chance that the turtle was able to do this, so it has to be in here somewhere. And I'm now gonna first remove some of the debris from the pool and then attempt to capture and relocate it. I think I've gotten the turtle here. Yep. Oh, what a massive turtle. Wow. This must be at least 40 pounds. Absolutely massive. See if I can quick show them to you. Get underneath for good support. Oh, this turtle has to be 50 pounds actually. Wow, this is the biggest one I've ever seen. You're all right, buddy. You're all right. Get a good look. No, don't bite me, buddy. Look at the size of this Florida softshell turtle. This has to weigh at least 50 pounds. Yeah, I decided it's going to be easier to just pick up and carry this turtle rather than using the net, which is about to break given the size. So here we go. I'm now going to carry this softshell turtle down to the water. You're all right. You're all right, buddy. Hey, you're all right, buddy. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. I got a good hold of him here. Her. This has to weigh 50 pounds. Hey, no biting. Scout out a little gap in the fence here. Hey, don't bite. Okay, be free. Turtle's now been released back into the lake from where it came. Hopefully that large female softshell turtle can now find a suitable nesting site this spring and lay eggs. I'm just going to continue to scoop around here, remove any debris just to see if there's anything else of interest in this pool. Rock. It's a hose. Insects. No tadpoles, no frogs, no other animals. Sort of a pool cleaner. Security camera. There's some of these little, I don't know if you can see this, They look like stick insects, but they're underwater. Some of those are in the leaves. Besides some small water bugs, there's really no other sign of life in this pond. No tadpoles, no frogs, no aquatic salamanders. Just originally that small alligator and the big female Florida softshell. Okay, that'll do it for now. Mission accomplished with rescuing the turtle. I'll continue to drain this down just to see what else is at the bottom, but I'm sure it'll get filled up fairly soon as we approach the summer and the rainy season here in Florida. So I'll continue to monitor this pool every once in a while to make sure there aren't any other trapped animals falling in.